Hey everybody, check this out. It is time for You Can't Make This Up. Got a new one for you today. Oh, well, kind of new, kind of not new. Listen, since it is the Christmas break, and I'm taking a break right now, we have the best of You Can't Make This Up. Hey, also, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and New Year's Eve prophecy update at Calvary Chapel of the Harbor. Join us, Pastor Joe Pettick, Lee Brainerd, and myself, and Las Vegas at Pastor Kurt Reed's church. The events are online, but right now enjoy the best of You Can't Make This Up, episode 1. Stephen Furtick, what's he have to say? Well, there he is. Stephen Furtick is facing backlash. Let me pull up this article here. Because Elevation Church won't use words like resurrection on Easter. Elevation Church and Pastor Stephen Furtick are facing controversy after a recent interview with a senior staff member revealed the church doesn't use words like resurrection, Calvary, or the blood of Jesus in their Easter invitations. Why not? Because they are going to offend people. When I think about how I'm going to talk about Easter, I'm thinking about how I'm going to talk to people far from God, because that's the thing that matters most to us, said his spokesperson Shearer. For us, the most important thing on Easter is inviting people to church. This means reaching people far from God. So we're not going to use those words that are so scary and so offensive. You know what this reminds me of? The very words of Jesus when he said, many will be offended because of me during the last days. I literally can't make this up. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, or however you say her name. Can you see it? Look at that, folks. Joe Biden, seriously, come on. I mean, Joe Biden has accomplished more in 3 years than any president ever. You know, you got to admit that is funny. If you don't think, I mean, come on. I tell you what, I think she's actually not lying there. He's accomplished more destruction than any president in the history of the United States of America. He has managed under his fine leadership, and actually the puppets who are pulling the strings of Joe Biden behind, whether it be the Biden administration or whatever it's called, or the other people, you know, the George Soroses, the whole deep state, whatever it is. Listen, the United States of America is being absolutely destroyed. He has managed to destroy more than anyone ever in 3 years. Amazing to see the great destruction that he's done. We want everybody to know just what $68,000 gets you at Columbia University. Let's roll this short video. Isn't that special? $68,000, and this is what your children will learn at school at Columbia University, and they even get to wear a hijab while they're doing all that really incredible stuff. Well, Tim Walz, what's her name's running mate? Kamala's running mate. His wife has the solution. The solution apparently is to support her husband's thinking on why we need tampons in the boys' restroom. Let's see what her reasoning is. As we think about stupid people.
You know, if kids are hungry in school, what that does to brain and learning, you're not going to learn to read. So if you're talking about learning to read and closing gaps, then you better take away the barriers for that. If that's tampons, then that's tampons.
Take away the barriers to learning by putting tampons in more boys' bathrooms. Well, here's Kamala. She seems to think 220 million Americans died because of the pandemic in the last several months. 220 million Americans. Check it out. Watch this.
In the middle of a crisis caused by this pandemic that is a public health crisis. We're looking at over 220 million Americans who just in the last several months died.
We are in the midst of a public health epidemic that has taken the lives
of over 220 million Americans in just the last several months.
Wow, 220 million Americans just in the last several months. This person's going to be the president of the country? The leader of the free world? California can't find $20 billion. Look what Jesse Waters has to say about this.
Imagine losing $20 billion. That's what's happening in California this week, where under Gavin Newsom's watch, the state spent $20 billion over the last 5 years to combat homelessness. And the number of homeless people increased. So when auditors asked to see where the money was spent, no one had any idea. It turns out the state's homeless council just threw money at homeless nonprofits, but didn't track how much or how the nonprofits spent it. So lawmakers demanded a hearing, and it was a hot mess. Watch.
What's the money been spent on?
LACH is working on finalizing its HAP annual report and hope to have that published in short order.
Why is it taking 3 years to get data? The system was implemented in 2021.
So HGIS began in 2021. It wasn't fully implemented until 2022.
Okay, that's still 2 years ago. So why is it taking so? I mean, you're the one that said you're urgent. I don't know. Maybe my sense of urgency is different from your sense of urgency. You can't tell us at all how many people we've helped.
No, they can't. It's like a car accident. You don't want to look, but you can't stop.
When you're talking about what happened in those 2 years, a lot of that is grantees using a data system they'd never used before, getting used to it, getting substantial technical assistance, us getting back bad data, needing to go have further conversations, and then needing to go work on cleaning up that data.
So they lost $20 billion because of technical difficulties?
That's great. Gavin Newsom, like a clown. That is, and Joker clown at that. Well, you guys sitting down? Okay, check this out. Here it is. Not making this up. A man tried to rob a bank after paying $500 to a wizard to make him invisible, folks. I mean, you gotta admit, this is really amazing. The guy goes and he thinks he's invisible. I mean, can't you see your own hands or look in a mirror? See, maybe I'm not invisible. I mean, seriously, this guy actually did this. You gotta wonder, no, some of these things can't possibly be true. And then when you think they're not true, you find out, wow, this actually happened. He's stealing money out of people's hands, thinking he's invisible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You just can't make this up. You can't make it up. Look at this. Nancy Pelosi suggests Joe Biden's name for Mount Rushmore. Joe Biden's name for Mount Rushmore. Well, wow. Why didn't I think of that? That's just, what a remarkable idea. Nancy Pelosi suggested adding Joe Biden to Mount Rushmore. Okay, so that's former House Speaker, nervous Nancy, right? Okay, well, hey, so here's a photo of maybe one of those, what that could look like. Oh, interesting. I mean, I think it depicts him really well. What do you think, guys? You can put your vote in for what you think on that in the comments section. Or, I don't know, it's between one of these two. That's a good one. Let's look at this one right here. just replace, who was that there? Yeah, there you go. Just put him right there. There you go. Wow. Dazed and confused.
If you think you've had enough wokeism, well, apparently our government doesn't think so. I'm going to roll this short clip from Jesse Waters. Check it out.
Time found more pork. We've been telling you all about the junk Congress is making you pay for. Anti-racist oysters, gay nursing homes, ankle monitors for cows. Well, our friends over at Open the Books just dug up more millions of dollars of government waste. And over the last 4 years, $320 million in taxpayer money has been given to podcasts. Now, we don't know why we're paying people to do podcasts. Like, doesn't everybody have a podcast? Podcasts don't even cost millions of dollars to produce. But the Department of Agriculture spent $500,000 on a podcast about queer farming.
The Queer Farmer Convergence started out of my need for queer farmer community, because I had a community of fellow farmers in my local area that was great, but they weren't queer.
200 grand went to a podcast that said Satanists play an important role in religion.
This is a Satan who is standing up for justice against overwhelming odds, on the side of the oppressed, against the monarchy, against the power of the church.
What? We need a queer farming convergence? And those Christian people are so mean, we need to stand up. This is nuts. Up there in Canada, so check this out. I can't remember. I think a few of y'all from Canada sent this to me. There we go. Canadian police warn that posting videos of alleged package thieves could be violation of their privacy. That's right, folks. So I had to check into it. Thank you for sending me info from up there. It's true. Whoopi Goldberg, apparently she's so poor. She wants everybody to know that she's part of the working class. She is so poor. Look at this.
I'm sorry. When you have one candidate who has been running for 12 years, who lies and changes things, I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too. Yeah. I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here. Okay? So I'm a working person, you know? And my kid has to feed her family, you know? And my great-granddaughter has to be fed by her family. I know it's hard out there, but I also know that there are a lot of things that we just said no.
I've just had enough of the Whoopies. She's got a net worth of 60 million buckaroos. So poor. If only I wasn't so poor, I wouldn't have to work. Okay, Whoopi. Watch this, because there's one name in particular they don't allow you to put on this Coca-Cola can. Check this out.
Coke store, you can personalize a message. You can put Allah loves you. Or you could even put, let me see, let's just try it out. Buddha loves you. But you cannot even type in the word Jesus. We cannot allow this text on the can. Everything else is good, though. Even if I put, let's see, Satan.
Oh, no, bro.
Hold on. Satan loves you. You can put that. You can put Satan loves you, Allah loves you, Buddha loves you. But when you type in this word, you can't even type the word in. That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Boom. So you look at that. Wow. So I'm thinking, you know, here in Southern California, we're close to the border of Mexico. What if your name is Jesus? What happens then? The whole thing is just so bizarre. Why would they not allow that? So now you've offended everybody that's Mexican named Jesus. Thought we'd give you a preview of the debate. This is a very short preview. Let's roll the short preview.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
So, you know, Obama is behind this administration, which makes it even funnier. But, Joe Biden. Okay, let's see. This is in a church. Wait till you see what they're talking about. And use of pronouns. This is in a church. Wait till you see this. Pronouns. Watch this video.
Becca Gorell, clergy, New England Annual Conference, She, Her, Hers, Queer White Adult. I'm very sorry to do this.
Deacon, Greater New Jersey, adult white male.
Thank you, Bishop. Good morning, friends. Cisgendered white lay male delegate from the Great Plains Conference.
Go ahead.
Clergy delegate from Minnesota, white, female, gay, adult, with pronouns she and her.
White, male, straight, adult.
Clergy, black woman.
White, adult, female.
African American, clergy woman, pronouns she, her.
White, non-binary person. My pronouns are they, them.
She, her.
I am a Latinx, lay, young adult.
Cisgender male.
Non-binary, white. I'm 34. I'm very confused on if I'm an adult or young adult. And a person living with disability.
I think I agree with her. So,
Them, Bishop.
if you will pull out.
My pronouns are they, them. I think I forgot to state that when I introduced myself. I apologize.
Okay.
These people are crazy. I forgot to state my pronouns. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's just, these people are stinking out of their minds. All this next video is, it's for fun. I think some of you appreciate it, especially women who are out there. All right, let's go.
Emma. Huh? Emma. Not anymore. Emma. Every day it's getting on my nerves. Emma. Oh, I'm Emma. Emma.
Come on, you guys got to appreciate that one, right? I hope this doesn't, if this hurts your feelings, then you got a problem. This actually speaks of you. Universities help students cope with Trump win with canceled classes, milk and cookies. I'm so sad. Anyways, you get it right. You know, PETA, what's this stand for? I'm not sure. I think it stands for PETA. People Eating Tasty Animals. I think that's what PETA stands for. Is that right? PETA? So check this out. Animal rights group PETA has found a new enemy, merry-go-rounds. Wow. What's going on? Fox News, not horsing around. PETA is calling on the CEO of Chance Rides to end its production of animal-themed carousels in order to create a more just and merciful world. Details about the organization's request at the link. But these people are completely nuts. They are nuts. You got to say it for what they really are. This is beyond cringeworthy. This is just sickening, but this is the way it is. But the guy, he legitimately gives a real offer. I agree with the guy who makes the offer. Do it. Let's go for it. Show this video.
If you're a drag queen and you know it, and don't.
Did they just say, if you're a drag queen and you know it, shout free Palestine? That's gotta be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I didn't think anything could top Drag Queen Story Hour for Children in general, but Palestinian Drag Queen Story Hour for Children has gotta be the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is, God, that's amazing. I mean, first of all, that's haram, right? That's gotta be haram, as my Muslim friends would say. Of course, this event didn't occur in the Palestinian territories because, you know, it happened in the white liberal Mecca of Connecticut. But I actually have a proposition for any and all drag queens who happen to follow me. Got my credit card right here. If any of you want to have this Palestine Drag Queen Story Hour for kids in the Palestinian territories, or, I don't know, my mom's home country of Iran, or really anywhere in the Middle East, I will happily pay for your flight, your hotel, your food costs, anything. Just DM me. It's all on me, because you have to share this event with the world. I mean, it's such an amazing event. You know, trannies for Hamas. Like, The whole world needs to see this, especially my friends in the Middle East. So just let me know, and I'll make sure you're on your way.
Trannies for Hamas. What do you think about that? Hey, I agree. I'll pay your way. You're saying I want to go have drag queen story hour in Gaza, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Iran. Just name it. We'll gladly get you a one-way ticket there. I'll pay for it. I will pay for it. Check this out. This first one is a picture from John from California sent in this picture. Thank you, John. I'll get you a shirt. So Hiroshima, 1945, 2016. Detroit, 1945, Detroit, 2016. Moral of the story, it's easier to recover from a nuclear bomb than it is to recover from 5 decades of Democrat socialist policies. Say what you want, get as mad at me as you want, but that's the reality of it. And of course, John from California, since he's from there and so am I, we all know out here, we can find a lot more cities in the state of California that kind of look like Detroit.
Iran's oil exports have reached record levels now. One report showing 3.2 million barrels per day, according to OPEC. That's about $90 billion a year. So when do we cut off that revenue?
We have not lifted a single sanction. If anything, as I said moments ago, we increase pressure. That's what we have been doing.
Pookie calls her curly fries. Pookie, I can't believe that. Pookie, Pookie, Pookie. It's just nuts. Watch this person. I'm guessing this is real. It's not an actor. Seems to be a real person. They get the news that Biden dropped out. They're a young person. They get the news that Biden dropped out. But listen, they filmed themselves. I'm assuming it's not an actor. They actually did this. They meant it. Check it out.
He dropped out! He dropped out! Joe Biden, please! Gen Z, we need to band together. Please. He was for Gen Z's first president.
Look, a part of me, I feel sorry for something like that. I'm looking going, young person, obviously there's some serious mental instability going on there. You own a home and you get arrested in your own home because somebody else moves into your home. That's what happens. Check out this video.
The police on her.
Executive of court.
He says he signed a lease in October, but wouldn't tell us with who.
I got proof longer than that.
Show us the proof.
But who are you for me to show? I showed it to cops.
Dan with Channel 7 News. If you don't want to show it, you don't want to show it.
Proof. Come here, brother. I like that.
I would like to see it. He didn't show me a lease. This is a bill. A bill for work he says he had done to the house. He didn't show police a lease either.
The police department doesn't have the lease? No. He's got no documentation.
Just bills. So Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
I'm being arrested.
For what?
For being in my own home.
And where's your lease?
My deed is current and legal.
Arrested for unlawful eviction. She changed the locks on a man who claims he lives there.
Man, so there you go. This is our world. Arrested in your own home because you have a squatter in your own home. All right, listen to what this pastor says. This is going to be like, no, you can't make this up. These people have lost their stinking minds.
If Jesus were here today, he would be a clinic escort, distracting women from the hatred of the protesters, or an abortion doula, holding women's hands and offering support and love as they end their pregnancies. And I expect He would have a stern word for self-righteous legislators who use abortion as a political issue rather than showing compassion for the people seeking abortions.
He'd have a stern word for those people who say people shouldn't have an abortion.
I mean, oh my goodness, this is so evil. They are worshiping Satan in the arms of Molech, sacrificing babies. Jesus would have a stern word for anybody who stands in the way and doesn't allow Molech, Satan, to be worshipped by sacrificing a baby. This is sick.
I thought this was really interesting. Man says his emotional support alligator, known for its big social media audience, has gone missing. Oh, that's so sad. His emotional support alligator. I wonder if he's ever tried to get permission to bring his emotional support alligator with him, maybe into his local Home Depot or Lowe's or Chipotle or whatever it might be. I need my emotional support alligator to come with me. I don't know. Maybe he's tried for that. It wouldn't surprise me, guys. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. But it's gone missing now. Well, that's going to cause an emotional issue for someone who finds that thing now, won't it?
Hey, guess what? Got a video for you. Trump and Biden, they are best friends. Watch this. Well, I mean, you look at that. It's amazing, isn't it, how close they are, such good friends. No, you can't make this up. That didn't really happen. So they're going to be questioned what they're doing there. Here's students being questioned. Check out the short video.
And what would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU's doing.
Is there something that NYU's doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they're... Do you know what NYU's doing? About what? About Israel. Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free!
I wish I was more educated. I'm not either.
Oh.
I came from Columbia. I was there up at Columbia, and we came down. They said NYU's needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of cops. Some people were saying it was getting dangerous.
I mean, there you go. Why are you here? Well, I don't know, something about Palestine. And I was from Columbia University. I came over here to help up there. Do you know why we're here? I don't know why we're here. Well, we're just not educated. Well, we're educated, but we're not really educated. You know, we're idiots. It works really well with people who don't have a brain. Watch this short video, and then we'll wrap up.
I used to believe everything I'd see on the news, but that's before I discovered a brain.
A brain is meant for everyday use. Those living with moderate to severe stupidity have seen immediate improvement in common sense with a brain.
I thought the government had my best interests at heart, and then a friend told me about a brain.
Talk to your doctor about what news sources you obey. A brain may also lower your desire to take life-altering advice from celebrities.
Getting lectured about my carbon footprint from people with 3 private jets used to make sense. But thanks to a brain, now I can think for myself every day. When my disregard for 3rd grade biology began to flare up, I knew it was time for a brain.
Do not try a brain if you're allergic to a brain. Common side effects may include accountability, discernment, homeschooling your kids, a better understanding of economics, awareness of the stupidity of socialism, and diarrhea.
For tethering yourself to reality, the only no-brainer is choosing a brain. Ask your doctor if a brain is right for you.
For more information, visit tryabrain.com.
Hey, so there you have it. Hey, so Thought I'd show you this satire clip. So let's roll this about a pilot. Ready? Looking for a good pilot? I prefer a pilot that can fly, not the diverse one. Let's roll this first video.
Welcome aboard, folks. We are very proud to share that your pilot is the most diverse pilot on record. She is a 3'2" transgender pansexual Native American man who identifies as a 6'tall Korean woman. Any volunteers to help reach the controls are welcome. You will want to buckle up as her epilepsy is often triggered by the flashing lights in the cockpit. Remember to keep a whisper volume level, as she may have to consult instructional videos as a refresher during the flight. Now, can we get a big cheer for diversity?
Hey, there you go. I like this next one. Remember Greta, the spokesperson for the climate movement? I love this little post. This is great. Check out this post. Here it is. Greta Thunberg, what'd she say? A top climate scientist is warning that climate change will wipe out all of humanity unless we stop using fossil fuels over the next 5 years. When was that printed, or when did she post that? 6 years ago. Happy 6-year anniversary to the Greta Thunberg prediction. Yay! 5 years, we're all gonna die. We keep hearing these absurd things. You wanna know why they aren't happening? Because they're liars. They're all a bunch of liars. They're all a bunch of hypocrites. They're all evil. Apparently, she also seems to think she's a preacher. Watch this one.
And I have faith he is going to carry us forward, and the road ahead won't be easy. It will require perseverance and hard work. But in times of uncertainty, Scripture reminds us, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way. God bless you. God bless America.
I've been a preacher for a long time. I never went into that fake, phony preacher voice, let me tell you. And let me tell you, joy cometh in the morning. Let me tell you, morning is coming. I'll tell you this. M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. Mourning, as in weeping and gnashing of teeth. Listen to the comment. This is just wild. Okay, let's roll this next one.
Look at this. A transgender cop car. Look at that. Are you guys cops, or you just identify as cops? That's none of your business, and I'm hands-free, so there's nothing you can do. I'm just asking you a question, Sergeant. Are you cops, or you identify as cops? I have no idea. That reality doesn't exist anymore, right?
Appreciate that. Are you cops, or just identify as cops? Oy vey. Watch what he has to say. This is fantastic. Love this.
Here's something else I'm not supposed to say. Ain't but two genders. Two genders. Ain't nothing but men and women. And I can already see WRL out there. They got they licking their pencils right now, trying to write fierce as they can. Get every word of this here. Get every word of this. You can go to the doctor and get cut up. You can go down to the dress shop and get made up. You can go down there and get drugged up. But at the end of the day, you were just a drugged up, dressed up, made up, cut up, man or woman. You ain't changed what God put in you, that DNA. You can't transcend God's creation. I don't care how hard you try. The transgender movement in this country, if there's a movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist, it is the transgender movement. It's time for grown-ups and time for Christians to start standing up and being unafraid to tell the truth. Come after me if you want to. I don't care. You want my head? Here it is right here. Come on, come get it.
I think he just became my new favorite preacher. That is fantastic. I don't know him. I've never met him. But man, was that so true. Let's take a look. This is the official resignation letter of Joe Biden. Let's look at this. I am dropping out. I endorse Kamala. This is not fake, Joe. So there you go. Hey, you know what? This is, you can't make this up Thursday, so you got to start with this, right? So there you go. Let's get a drink of some coffee from my You Can't Make This Up cup. This is how the banking system works. Let's roll with, who is it? Mo, Curly, and Larry. Let's roll.
And speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me? Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10 and I owe you 10. Thanks. Hey, Mo, you owe me 20. Well, here's 10 and I'll owe you 10. You owe me 20. Here's 10, I owe you 10. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Here's the 10 I owe you. Good, now we're all even.
There you go. So that is just fantastic. How does the banking system work? I think you'll appreciate, since we're talking about Israel for a minute, let's roll this other one, because everybody knows that we have to boycott Israel. Let's roll it.
Now remember, guys, we need to boycott all products and services connected to Zionists. Okay, any item, store, company, business, restaurant, anything, even technology that is associated with Israel, we boycott. Yeah? Yeah! We're the good guys! Yeah! Starbucks supports Israel? Damn. ED's does too? You're kidding. Fine, I'll just get a cherry tomato salad. They invented cherry tomatoes too? Seriously? There are Nikes in Israel too? Ooh, ah, ee, ah, 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 ooh.
Okay, it says take a left on Green Street.
Are you sure Israelis invested in Waze? Yes. What about Google Maps?
They support Zionists.
Oh my God, okay, go on the App Store and find another app.
We can't go on the App Store because iPhones support Zionists too.
Hey, keep your eyes on the road.
Hello, okay guys. So it looks like we got 4 broken bones, 2 of you need stitches, 1 of you has a punctured lung, and 1 of you actually has polio. I would offer you treatment, but the procedures and medications are all developed in Israel.
What?
Would you like a Band-Aid?
Guys, maybe we should just rethink this whole thing. Like, can we just protest student loans or something? Is that cool with you? Yeah. That's good with you? All right, Cap. Yo, Doc, do you have the Scooby-Doo Band-Aids?
Well, 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 as my friend Olivier Melnick likes to say, you know what you do? One of the best ways you can support Israel? You go to like the BDS website, you know, boycott, divest, sanction against Israel. You go to their website and all the products they tell you do not buy, make sure you buy them. Just want you to know, I have my Joe Biden coin here. I love this coin, 0 cents. That's what it says on this side. 0 cents and a picture of Uncle Joe on this side. 0 cents. It's one of my coins to remind me of just how there's no sense there in the that whole Washington, D.C. area. Well, here's Pelosi. She's the one that we all love and respect, Nancy Pelosi from, you know, America. Nancy Pelosi makes gun control push to prioritize children's survival while ignoring abortion. Well, we need gun control because we really care about the children. By the way, cut them up in the womb, slice them to pieces, pull their bodies apart. In fact, after they're born, cut off their private parts, throw them to the demons, send them to a drag queen story hour. We care about them so much that we have to take away your guns, because some harm might come to them. Guess what? 1 Timothy chapter 4, in the last days, there'll be doctrines of demons. People will be given over to, speaking lies in hypocrisy. In other words, what a hypocrite, right? All the things that she wants to do to children that are evil, absolute evil. And she says, we have to take away your guns because we actually care about the little children. No, you don't. You're a lying, wicked witch. So check this out. Speaking of insanity, watch this video.
Okay. So you do currently have a California driver's license, you just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment?
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you, the boyfriend?
Yeah. That's so rude. I hope you know I'm recording.
Well, it wasn't my intention to offend you, but he just identified as a cat, and you're wearing a Harriet's Waltz t-shirt, so forgive me if I came to a conclusion that you guys are involved in some sort of a homosexual arrangement.
I'm not mad that you think we're together, but you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you'd like. I can have this car towed, because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here? What should we do?
I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you, because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give me an ID, use some manners so I can give you your ticket and move along.
Yeah, okay, was that a real situation? It seems like it's real. It also says from California. So, hey, listen, the good cop then. See, we have good cops here in California, insane people. But I mean, you got to look at that and go, this is just too much. This can't be real. Or can it be real? We have more for you. Check this out.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
Nothing. Literally nothing. That is just a little bit hilarious. Look at this picture. We're hearing about this movement all over America right now. These women are going to withhold sex from their. Look at that. I'm on strike. No choice for me. No sex for him. Thinking, oh, I mean, seriously? These things are a threat. It is kind of interesting how suddenly the left has learned this process of abstinence, which will lead to no abortions. Wow, and just like that, the factor of the election comes in, and abstinence comes in, and abortion goes down. Amazing how that worked. And